Welcome to the west side of Black Hill on the Malvern Hills. Tonight we're after an awesome high-speed sync portrait of the lovely Lil. Hello. This is Lil. And I've got my man Charlie Bristow behind the camera, so expect some buttery B-roll. Anyway, I think it's time we find a spot, set up the gear and get an awesome shot. Let's do it. Had an awesome hike up through the bluebells. It's absolutely beautiful through that woodland. It looks like we're going to be in for an awesome sunset, which will make an absolutely beautiful background to a high-speed sync portrait. And it looks like we're going to hike up to Black Hill and see if we can capture a nice image. Right, we made it to the top. I think that's a high five, Lil. High five to the top. High five, Charlie. Yeah. All right, cool. So we're at the top of Black Hill, and the light behind us looks absolutely epic. I think this is going to be a gorgeous background, and we've got our lovely model here. I think it's time to set up the flash head and get the gear out. Right, that's most of the gear out. Lil's got the camera, and now it's time to get out of the light box. So we've got an Octobox here, made by Newer, and it's a bit of a beast to get out. There's loads of legs in this. You can get the better quick release ones, but we're going to have to set this up. So let's do it.
Stop looking beautiful.
Yeah, stop looking pretty, stop looking pretty, stop looking pretty. Give me a bit more ugly.
Yeah.
God's sake. Anyway, right, so what we're trying to do at the moment is just establish the setting for the background, and then what we're going to do is use the flash and the flash head, and then we're going to fill Lil in, so we're going to like have that basic balance in the shot. So we're just getting some background settings at the moment. Going to bring the flash head in now and see if we can pop Lil out of the scene. This is where I find out no batteries.
Oh, that's not the story of my life. Came out today.
Story of your life.
Yeah. Oh, no battery.
Yeah.
No battery life. Slinging the Duracells out.
Slinging the Duracells.
The batteries were they dead or?
And I've got the wrong ones.
Oh no, you haven't.
I've got the AAAs, I need the AA's. Hang on, don't worry, we'll get them out.
Oh, he's got the AA's.
Yeah. Found them.
We may be able to use the flash after.
Oh my goodness, I had a heart attack then for a minute.
Oh, that would have been annoying. Just got the whole setup out.
Yeah, all this epic.
No batteries would have been a disaster.
Yeah, and then we just do it like next week. Right, round 2, guys. Got the AA's.
Yeah. Right, I nearly had a heart in mouth moment then because I thought I forgot some batteries and the batteries and the triggers had run out, but finally I found some in the bottom of my bag and now I think it's time for us to rattle through and take some test shots. basically keep your eyes looking at the camera down the lens. If you can keep your chin down a little bit, and then fantastic. They will, I'll work with you, and then we'll get some nice smiles coming out. The thing is, what's with a portrait is like all about the eyes. So like, and if you look up like that, it looks like you're looking down your nose. So if you like can bring those eyes in a little bit, but it's not too much, just subtle.
Yeah, no,
so
exactly.
still want to get a shot of the card again. Right, as we're waiting for the light to come in behind us, because it looks like the sun will come under that cloud in a bit and we should get a really nice sunset light. Let's just talk about the camera settings for a minute. Lil's doing a fantastic job, hopefully she's not too cold.
Not yet.
Good. So, camera settings. I'm actually at ISO 100, my white balance is set to daylight. I'm shooting at 500th of a second, f2.8, and I'm using a high-speed sync flash. So I'm using the trigger on the camera to trigger the flash behind me. High-speed sync allows me to push the shutter speed a lot higher with a lot wider aperture. So I'm still getting that aperture and that lovely bokeh behind, and I'm getting Lil in a nice crisp foreground, and the flash will just pops Lil out from the background, and we can balance that exposure. Right, as we're waiting for the light to materialise behind us as the sun is setting, what we're going to do is just tilt round, and we've got this beautiful hill behind us called British Camp, which has a lot of cuts in the landscape, and it just should make a nice background for popping Lil out and make a nice portrait of her. Let's get one. Yeah, keep giving us some nice smiles there, it's lovely. Yeah, bring the hand on the face again, that was nice.
What, like
yeah,
that?
lovely, yeah. Really nice. Well, let's try it again.
Like moving my hair up facing away.
It's really nice. If you like move your hair out your face and like look towards look towards that hill there, looks really nice. Okay, good. Really, that's a cracker. Really nice. Fantastic. Yeah, that's right. We've got to just make you laugh. Leg up onto the. Is that alright?
Yeah.
Like that. And then exactly, just like that. Lovely.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Thank you. You got some really lovely smiles when you like when we can make you laugh. Right, we're just taking a little break and we're getting a little warmed up with the coats. That is one thing you must do, and you must keep the talent warm, and you must keep them happy. Exactly, the talent, exactly.
Definitely not the talent.
Absolutely, we've got some crackers. Check this one out. So you must keep everyone warm, and make sure you just keep having fun when you're shooting through this stuff. So. And anyway, I think it's time now to change lens and get the big lens out and see if we can get some compression on the landscape. One thing I just did there was try to change lens without turning the camera off. Don't do that. I heard my flash go then, and also you could get a lot of dust on the sensor, so make sure that camera's off before you change lenses.
Definitely protect that sensor.
Yeah. Right, so that is the 70 to 210 all set up. This is 70 to 210 2.8. So now what I'm going to do is use this lens, take some portraits of Lil and try and get a bit more compression on the landscape. So it should look like the landscape behind her is a little bit closer to her. This is a beast of a lens. I love this lens. Actually my sister-in-law's lens who lent it to me, so cheers Faith. Anyway, but I think she's actually worried for my safety when I'm out filming, because look at this thing. I mean, it's a weapon. If I ever get mugged, someone's going to get hurt. So anyway, let's try and get some long lens shots with Lil. Give these eyes, give that lovely smile. Love it.
Come on, pro here.
nice. Let's try it again. Right, now look towards the camera. Yeah, that's really nice. Love it. Right, we managed to get some beautiful shots of the long lens while the sun was just peeking through the cloud. It looked absolutely awesome. And we're just popping Lil out from the background, and I think these portraits are going to be epic. And now what we're seeing is above the cloud, the sun is now starting to light up the cloud above it, and there's some real fire in the sky. So and it's looking absolutely awesome. So what we're going to do is change lens and go a bit wider and see if we can capture some of that and like get some shots of Lil from below and try and get those real like superhero type shots.
My little
Actually fired it. That's good, let's try that again.
It's not a dab, it's the vault.
It's the vault, yeah? Give your eyes to me, give your eyes to me. Awesome. Just do that again.
Okay.
Don't tilt your head, just give me the eyes. My little cheeky eyes. Love it. Hey, look at that! Epic! Right, we've been shooting through this sunrise for a while, and it looks like we've got some really nice shots. It's been amazing with the sky, and we've been able to use the high-speed sync to really pop out Lil in the foreground. Charlie's been getting some awesome footage.
Right, guys.
So, and some beautiful B-roll. So you've been checking that out through this video.
Hopefully it looks alright.
Anyway, I'm sure it will, mate. Sure it will.
No, it's been really cool. That's amazing light, haven't we?
Yeah, we've had some awesome light, and I think now it's time to pack up this kit and get off this hill, maybe get a pint.
Go to the pub.
Yeah.
Time for the pub, time for the pub.